Hello everyone, it is now time for race number 6 of Season 3 of EA Sports Supercross 2000. I did my last race at Seattle as Doug Henry and lost again. So this time I'm losing to the original winner there, Larry Ward. So this time I'm going to stay in the West Coast, and I'm going to go to San Diego. And see. And the one I'm going to play as for this one is Pedro Gonzalez. Pedro Gonzalez, a 125 rider from 1994 to, I believe, 97, joining the Arenacross series in 2000. Of course, Pedro Gonzalez, the first Mexican to actually make a podium in a Supercross. He finished third in Seattle in 1997. And I know that because I know someone who actually posted that race.
Hello everyone, I'm Ardekman along with David Bailey, and this is one of the most hotly anticipated Supercross events ever. David, the depth of field here could be the best of all time.
The best I've ever seen. You have to go all the way back to 1982 to find this much talent out there.
Of course, in 2001, Pedro Gonzalez finished third overall in the Arenacross series to Buddy Antunez, the eventual champion.
This should be a great race.
This should be very hotly contested.
There's my lineup, so let's go.
The board is up. They turn the board. Mike LaRocco, Bugs Gonzalez.
They're a little thrashed, but still going.
LaRocco had a good start, but it's Gonzalez who got the whole shot.
Alright, I got the whole shot, despite the fact that I was a little bit late out of the gate. Of course, Pedro Gonzalez finished second overall in the 125 West in 1994, but then he had an injury that he sustained in his home country of Mexico, and he just didn't respond after that. He's been trying to come back ever since. Did so in the Arenacross series in 2000 and 2001 when he finished an impressive third overall to the eventual champion 5 times, Buddy Antunez.
5 laps to go. Gonzalez leading the pack.
He's in good shape this year. He looks healthy, confident, very relaxed.
Getting a challenge from Pichon. Of course, no one's going to forget that.
Just passing Ferry.
Morgan by Ferry. Of course, nobody's going to forget that ugly scene in Atlanta in 1996 when Mikel Pichon had to jump off his bike in midair to avoid a downed lapper.
Wyndham gets by Ward, moving into 5th place.
Good news is he wasn't hurt. Pichon, that is.
Tim Ferry drops into 5th place.
But of course, I never really followed the 125 West.
Beautiful move on Wyndham, moving into 4th place.
I never really followed the 125 West in 97.
Gonzalez looking strong,
looking smooth.
The riders do like the whoops here.
Yeah, this is the best whoop section until it gets worn down.
And of course,
LaRocco makes the pass on Kevin Wyndham, moving into 5th place.
And of course, Pedro Gonzalez is not the only Mexican rider to race in the United States.
Ferry drops into 5th place.
And the other one is Eric Vallejo, who didn't have much success.
Ferry and takes 4th place.
Maybe for a privateer effort, because Gonzalez is going the way of a privateer in the 125s.
Number 53, Pedro Gonzalez, still leading.
Pedro may just be fast enough to earn a factory ride.
But of course, Pedro Gonzalez, like Kyle Lewis, was not able to get a factory ride.
Tim Ferry dropping back into 5th place.
I think that Pedro just wasn't looked at.
Blows right past Ferry.
Just like Kyle Lewis, even after a 5th overall.
Behind now, Tim Ferry gets by easily.
Even after Lewis finished 5th overall in the 2002 AMA Motocross Series.
There's a big battle now for 5th place.
The year Ricky had that perfect season.
Lasts by Doug Henry, moving up into 5th place.
A gutsy move on the part of Larry Ward.
Larry Ward, the last round, the winner of the last race in Seattle.
Gonzalez still out front. David Bailey is block passing considerably.
Well, it is if you don't intentionally try to knock your opponent off the course. If it's part of your natural line, it's cool.
Whoa, Larry Ward makes a gutsy pass on Doug Henry.
Seems like Ferry just completely dropped back. Coming up to lap, Sebastian Tortelli.
David, what exactly is the rhythm section?
Well, RP sections vary all the time, but they're always a series of jumps, double jumps, and plateaus, staggered to give the riders a couple of different strategies to get over.
1 lap to go. Pedro Gonzalez leading the pack.
Pedro Gonzalez is the 125 guy. He's starting to ride a ticket. Last year he was injured and missed a lot of races, so we're just starting to get a look at him.
Is going for style points.
Trying to give Ferry a little help. Of course, Pedro Gonzalez would have had a lot of success if it wasn't for that injury.
That's what he's known for.
Then again, Damon Huffman had the same story. Gonzalez getting the whole shot and going all the way to the checkered flag. Pedro Gonzalez wins the heat and transfers to the main. Boy, there's some pretty good riders going to the LCQ. Didn't make it here. We're still waiting on fourth guy to come through, and we have our 4 qualifiers. It is Pedro Gonzalez, Mikel Pichon, John Dowd, and Kevin Windham going directly to the main event. That sends Henry, Larry Ward, sends Henry, Ward, LaRocco, and Ferry to the LCQ. And Emig and Tortelli will have to watch from the sidelines. So there is my heat results, and I'll see you guys for the main event.